Hi, and welcome to Talking Normal, which is strange to say. I haven't said this one in quite some time. This is our holiday pop-up hangout. We thought it has been so long since we've gotten together to just talk about life, talk about stuff that's happening in pop culture, talk about Outlander, because why not, that we would get the old gang back together, get on the internet, grab a little something in our cup, and have a conversation amongst friends. So we are so glad that you have joined us. If you are watching along on Twitter tonight, please use the hashtag #TalkingNormal or just tweet us and join the conversation about whatever we're talking about. So I will introduce the group tonight, starting with myself. I am Becca. I am here in Philadelphia. This is my Christmas tree. That is my Christmas cat. And this is my living room. I am drinking some sort of French red wine, and I've had a lot of it, and that will be obvious. Moving on, we have our favorite blondie of the group, Beth.
Hello. Hi, I'm Beth. This is not my living room. This is my den. And this is my Christmas tree. And these are my real candles that are going to go up in smoke in a little bit. And this is my Christmas robe. And because I have a robe for most occasions, including just every day. But this one is for Christmas.
That looks like my Christmas PJs.
Yes. And colors. And this is my Pinot Noir. I'm so glad to see everyone.
We missed you, Beth. How about Jules?
Okay, hi everybody, I'm Julie. I also write for That's Normal. This is my Charlie Brown Christmas tree in the back. That's tiny, and I expect Linus to come over any moment with his blanket and explain to all of us the true meaning of Christmas and just be a Linus and ruin everything. This is one of the 8 candles I purchased at Bath & Body Works, where I had to knock out a couple of people to go get it. Thank you very much. I saw Jesus that day. He said, "It's not your time to die." And I'm drinking Pinot Noir because why not? Hi, everybody.
Tell us about the statement necklace you have going on today.
Oh,
I feel like you're making some sort of statement.
Here we go. This is from the J. Crew factory. Anyway, because some people cannot afford to shop at J. Crew. And if you're like, ooh, beautiful crystal diamonds, it's plastic. Leave me alone.
Okay.
Some people are on a budget. Anyway.
And we're very blessed, #blessed, to have Karen with us tonight. We never get her up this late, but we forced her to stay awake for us this evening.
Hi, yes. Hi, how are you? How is everybody? I'm delighted to see all my peeps. Not, just the ones I can actually see on my computer. I'm assuming there's, 10, 12,000 other people watching this.
14,000.
14,000, good. I'm glad for that. It's been a while, probably since last fall, I would imagine, since I've done this. And I am drinking club soda because I drank all day long and I am lame, and had to stop. And I also already brushed my teeth, and, I just already brushed my teeth.
Karen has brushed her teeth.
I did. And I can't commit to another drink after I've already brushed my teeth.
I understand. And Nikki, last but not least.
Hi, it's me, Nikki. I'm in beautiful sunny California. This is my tree. I will have you know, Julie, they are selling literal Charlie Brown Christmas trees at the Christmas lot I went to for $100. Kid you not.
Oh
I was like, it's so $100. I was like, are you kidding?
No. Linus would not be happy with that.
Yeah, I mean, it was cute. So I'm drinking LaCroix. I actually call it LaCroix. You would think it was than that, but it's not.
Hey. It looks like you're in like a jungle with your plant on the other side of you. It's like very California. I have a Christmas tree and then I have a jungle. Yeah, just on my screen. It looks like super jungly. Well, we are excited to discuss. We have an agenda of things we're going to discuss. We're going to start with politics. Just just a joke. They actually, all those bitches want to talk about it, but we're not going to let them. We want to just talk about tons of stuff on our minds. And so I'm pretty sure that I forget what we're going to kick it off with, but I think I'm going to throw it to Beth for a real quick story about the holiday times in her life. Beth?
Speaking of Christmas trees that are overpriced, if this is a problem that you have had during the holidays, and I would like to just shout out to all of our Jewish friends out there that I'm sorry that none of us have any menorahs out. But I'm sorry. So anyway, Costco, if you have a Costco near you, Costco sells gigantic Fraser firs for $32. That's how much this tree was. The tree's taller than my husband. It's really smelly, yummy, and it's very full, and it's very beautiful, and it was $32, which is a ridiculous price. Normally, that tree we got it at an odd lot last year, and is like $85. So go to Costco if you have not already and you need a tree. They're very, very well priced. But perhaps you have a husband who doesn't enjoy decorating the tree, and you get it home and he gets it in the thing and you're like, thanks so much. I would never be able to do that on my own. And it's so wonderful. It's time to put the lights on. And he goes in the other room, which is right there. It's not really another room. It's just kind of like a little hall, and turns on a show to watch instead. And I'm like, hey, why don't you turn on a Christmas movie while the girls and I decorate the tree? So we can listen to that and watch that from the TV that we can see while we're doing the Christmas tree. And he ignores us and watches a show on heroin addiction that we can all hear. And the girls are like, Mommy, remember this one? And oh, look at this one. I'm a baby. And look how cute I am. And remember when I made this in kindergarten? And oh, and then they're just like, well, I couldn't find a vein and my bruises were all up and down my arms. And he's just turning it up louder because we're being louder. And Ella, my oldest, is like trying to listen to like a playlist of Christmas music, which was the worst. I don't know where she was finding this playlist, but it's like she couldn't figure out like what normal Christmas music was supposed to sound like. It was all like really bad covers from like Victoria Justice instead of like the actual Carpenters. It was awful. So I had like conflicting stuff going on, and we just fought about the tree. And so the ornaments that I dislike, the ugly ones that my kids have made but don't really have any like personal significance, are all in the front because my kids knew that was bothering me, and I was having PMS that night and I was yelling at them to put those in the back, and they didn't anyway. And my really like favorite ones are in the back somewhere, and I haven't rearranged it yet. But anyway, happy holidays, guys. That's how my Christmas started out.
That is a beautiful story. Inspiring Christmas tale from Beth Thorns, the home of heroin. The home of heroin. That's not true.
We have fought every single year over the Christmas tree. It is every year. So Ryan just decided to take himself out of the equation so that we wouldn't fight about it.
It sounds like a smart idea, actually. Mm-hmm. All right, so we're going to jump into some discussions of entertainment, as we like to do. And let's talk about what's going on in TV right now, guys, because there is one thing that we were emailing about a little bit today. And maybe, Julie, you can kind of talk about what the news is going on about our favorite show, a few of us, The Man in the High Castle. So throwing it to Julie for that.
So The Man in the High Castle, if I say any spoilers, I'll let everybody know. But The Man in the High Castle, its second season premieres next week, next Friday, streaming live on Amazon. And if you have not seen the first season, I cannot, and I know Becca cannot, and I know Nikki cannot stress it enough to watch the first season. It starts off a little slow, but keep up with it. It's amazing. It's an amazing show. So it starts off with its second season. Go to That's Normal because we have a bunch of interviews with the cast from Comic-Con. It was great. My thoughts, both spoken out loud and privately said to myself, that may have been border sexual harassment with certain cast members, whatever. Anyway, so next week they start their second season, and it's supposed to be this dual reality. So if you haven't seen the first season, okay, I'm going to do a little countdown in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mute your headphones because here we go. The last season ended with the characters kind of waking up in an alternative reality. So the first reality in Man in High Castle is obviously living in a world where the Third Reich had actually won. Hitler won. The Japanese have taken over parts of the United States. They wake up and they're in the reality that we know where the Allies won. So I think the second season, okay, now you can listen. The second season is about the dual realities and which reality is which. So
Can I just interrupt for a minute and say I watched that show when it came out, and I don't remember that ending at all.
Yeah, I don't
okay.
either. I'm very
Okay, wait.
confused.
Here we go. I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Is it real? Is it real brief?
It was in the last episode.
It was
the
literally
last,
like
2 minutes.
yeah, it was. He wakes up and he's in San Francisco, and it's the San Francisco that we know. There's no propaganda. It's
Okay.
like there's Coca-Cola. I mean, it's the San Francisco we all
I
know.
thought it ended with him on the boat.
No, wait,
No,
no, it
Well,
doesn't.
no, it's the Asian guy, the Japanese guy. I
It's
can't remember his name.
not the prime minister. He's like the Secretary of Defense
Yeah.
or something. He's the one that we were cheering on. We
Yeah.
actually interviewed him at Comic-Con.
Yeah.
He wakes up, or he meditates, and he opens his eyes, and he's in San Francisco, the San Francisco we know from the 1950s or something like that. So from what the previews look like, they're going to be going back and forth. Like they talk about, I think they looked at like Frank, and it's like husband spy or something like that. So
Fun. This could be fun.
I know.
Yeah, that's cool. I literally
think it's a
I
good
missed
one.
that, so I'm an idiot.
And I guess from what I've heard and what I've read, they're going to let us know who the man in the high castle is pretty early on in the season.
I hope it's a chick.
That'd be awesome.
That would be
Gender
that.
Ben, the man, woman in the high castle.
It's like Margaret Thatcher. No, I'm joking. The Iron Lady.
Cool. That's
But her
awesome.
hair's flat.
So that comes out, Jules. That comes out next week.
Next Friday, the 16th.
16th.
Oh wow.
So if
You know
you
what
follow
you're
them,
doing.
if you follow them on Instagram, they are flooding Instagram with, and it's a pretty good ad campaign. So follow them on Instagram and watch our interviews because Rupert Evans, yes, he
Uh-huh.
is now our favorite
Who
person
plays
in
Frank
the whole
Frick?
entire-
Frank Frick.
Any man who
Frank
plays
Frick.
Frank. Any
Right,
man
we
who
love
plays
Frank.
a Frank. We love the Frank.
We love the
So
Frank.
watch it.
Awesome. Exciting. Okay, so moving into another TV show that we know and love, Outlander. So let's quick talk about what's new, what we've missed, because there's some really fun things, especially something that happened this weekend. And then we've got some special stories from our friend Nikki. So anybody want to catch us up? Maybe the person wearing flannel? What's going on? What is the last time we've actually discussed Outlander? And because they've cast a bunch of people we don't care about. No offense, that we really care about them.
We've blogged about some of the bigger casting news, like Dave Barry, who is playing Lord John, but we haven't had a Hangoutlander since the finale. So we haven't discussed Outlander in a long time. Not really. Maybe a little bit in Boozy Book Club, but that's it.
Leary's girls were cast, right?
Marsley, yes,
Yeah.
was cast. I don't know if the other daughter's even
I think
in
she
it.
was. I think both of them were.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think they both were.
Yeah.
Marsley for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I met
Joe
her.
Abernathy.
Nikki met her. Yeah. So, so there's nothing. I mean, we have no dates, right? We're all assuming it's going to be sometime this spring. Kind of if they follow what they did last year. What was that? April.
Yeah.
Hopefully, something around there. Hopefully, that means probably in the new year we'll start to hear, which is exciting. And then there was want to talk about. Was there anything going on in the fandom recently that we want to discuss?
I don't know. We could discuss it. There is a convention this weekend called Through the Stones, I believe, in Iowa.
What?
It was in Iowa.
Oh, no.
Go ahead, Karen. What do you want to say?
Iowa, it's heaven. Okay,
Is it?
That's well determined in late 1980s / early 1990s blockbuster Kevin Costner movies. Okay,
I've
It's
never
heaven.
been.
it's
I've never
heaven,
been.
and it's very windy and it's very cold. I gotta say, I followed some of the Insta and some of the Twitter stuff, and there were some cosplay there that I didn't expect, and it was kind of fun. I don't know anything about the panels. I saw that a couple of the folks from the show were there. But that's about it. I mean, I have some mutual friends on Twitter and Instagram that went, and it looked like it was fun. I didn't really see anything else from it though.
My favorite thing that we saw was that there was some picture opportunities with some standing cardboard cutouts.
Wait, are you sure this wasn't a Spinal Tap convention?
I think it was someone's costume.
Oh, was
Yeah.
it?
Wait,
It might have been.
It
what?
looked like a
It
costume.
wasn't like a photo opportunity?
Or
Wow.
maybe it was a photo op. I don't
So
know.
it was because there was like a head plate, a place to cut out the head, and then you were the lady with the nipples. You were the nipple lady, the snake pierced nipple lady, or whatever that they were.
Swan
and I
nipple
thought-
lady.
Swan nipples. Sorry, not snakes. Whatever. Whatever you put on your nipples.
We know what you mean.
I thought it was pretty beautiful. I mean, I'd love, but you know that if That's Normal ever has a convention and there's an Outlander area, which there will be, we'll do that. But
Well,
you're
yeah,
not going to put your head in
I'll
the.
bring my own.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
not going to put your
We're
head
not-
in the head.
You're
Your
going to
head-
put your boobs.
Yeah, your boobs are going to be there, and also you could put your head in the boob. I think that might be nice, and you have a little swan nipple thing on your nose. I mean, they missed the opportunity there for the real picture.
Listen, if we ever have a That's Normal convention, you're going to put your head where it's the scene from the first season where Claire is laying down and Jamie is down there.
Yeah, that's what
That-
it's going to be.
That's the
Oh,
cutout.
wait. That scene where like Joe Biden walks in on Barack and Michelle and they're like, "Hey, Joe, what's going on? It's all good. Let's go out and save the world." What? I cannot get my arms around that scene. It's just, he doesn't wipe his mouth. It's just like, what up, dude? Come on. Yeah, let's go. It just made no sense at all.
I
There was
literally
all
have no
wrongness.
Talking about how did Joe Biden come into the conversation about Jamie Fraser and Carmelitas?
Well, wait, Beth?
But I think Beth is
Beth fell down.
like, there's no politics tonight. She left. She can't hear
Who
us.
doesn't always think of Uncle Joe when someone's going down on them?
Exactly. That's my point.
That's my go-to mental image. I'm like, wait, okay.
Yeah, not feeling it.
The
Oh.
sex act is
all right.
the sex act is called the blow Biden. So
Oh my gosh. All right, so yeah, we caught you up on what's going on in the Outlander world, but we've got some special story time with somebody who was very close to Outlander, one Nikki Pierce. So Nikki, would you tell us why you have special stories about Outlander, please?
I have a really special story about Outlander because I'm wearing a Team Edward. But that's neither here nor there.
Which is your pajama shirt. Let's just throw that
Which
out.
is my pajama shirt, so that tells you about my day. Do you guys work from home? I do.
Team Jacob, by the
Anywho,
way. Team Jacob.
one of those, but that's in the washer. So,
Whoa.
so
Oh no!
Did she leave?
Nikki. Okay, that sucks because Nikki's on her phone too.
Nikki's out changing her shirt.
Oh, Nikki's like, oh no. Nikki.
Oh, there she
did
is.
you like that like super not even spoiler, it was
Dramatic.
like a
And
cliffhanger.
so you left.
So,
Cliffhanger.
I'm having a lot of internet issues.
Yeah,
If
you're
any
having
of you in TN Nation out there work for AT&T internet, I could use some real help. Anyway, so let your bosses know or come on over yourself. Anyway, so our friends at Stars invited us to come to the set of 2 of their shows. One of them being The White Princess, which we'll talk about later at some point. And then the other one being our favorite show, Outlander. And I can't really tell you anything because I haven't said that we could. So
Oh, damn it.
at some point in the spring, you'll know a whole lot more about what I did and what we're going to.
Are you allowed to
to,
talk about any interview opportunities you may have had or no?
Yeah. I mean, I talked to a lot of the cast. I talked to our buddy Sam and Katrina, and I just about called him Frank, Tobias. And then we talked to some of the new folks. So they gave us all kinds of info, and Sam was happy to see me. So it was
course.
really a win-win for That's Normal.
Right.
He's always happy to see us.
He is.
You specifically, but
Yeah,
All
we've
of
been
us in
terrifying
general.
since 2013, but at the end of the day, our head is not in nipples.
right.
Not yet.
Not yet. So they took us to the set. They took us to different shooting exterior locations. I mean, it was like an amazing trip and amazing that they invited us. So I felt like I got to represent everyone from our site who watches, not even just us who sit here and talk about it each week. But it was really exciting, and I'm excited and can't wait to tell you more someday soon.
Someday.
Exactly.
I didn't mean to sing, and I just did.
It just happens sometimes.
Sorry.
So my story, we're each going to tell a story tonight. My story is something I can actually tell you. So we got to go to Sandringham's house. I say Sandringham because it's not that place. But anyway, we got to go there. And one of the cool things was that they had a whiskey, I don't know, they're not called brewers, but whatever the like big whiskey people are from Glengoyne, they came out and they taught us all about whiskey. And they had like these huge, like not huge, like this big, different kinds sat in front of us. And we had to taste them all. Intense gasoline. Because it was
yikes.
like,
What did you say?
before they're all, I said intense gasoline and rubbing alcohol.
Really?
It's like before they're all blended.
Oh.
I guess they blend them because they're, as
Blended
you know,
stuff,
in
yeah.
whiskey barrels. They use different barrels from around the world, and so they have different flavor.
Wow.
So anyway, we got to do a little tasting, and then we got to mix our own. And so I mixed my own whiskey from Glengoyne in the stable house or the carriage house of the Sandringham
That's so
estate.
cool.
It was really cool.
Did you name it the Jamie Fraser?
What did I name it? I don't know if I named it. Let's open it and look. I may have had too much when I made this. So. It's just my name. That's kind of boring. Here it is. Pretty cool.
Cool.
That's very cool.
It was
So
very
are you
cool.
supposed to let it sit a while, or like can you drink it now?
I could drink it now
You
if
mean,
I
like,
wanted
when
to.
I come to visit next. Okay.
I think when we have the first episode, maybe we should take a drink.
Yeah, good idea. Cool.
And these
That's
were
fun.
thistle from the flowers that were on the table, so I grabbed one.
Aww.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yay, Scotland. I
nice.
love Scotland.
Oh, I know. Oh my gosh, I want to go back and just hang out.
Yep.
It was amazing. So that's my Scotland story.
Nick, were you able to taste the Outlander wine?
Sadly, we did not have any Outlander wine tastings. I'm sure it's delicious, but they did not.
Why
have
wouldn't it
that
be?
for us? They just had Old Glengoyne,
Oh, bummer.
which apparently is a cast favorite. So I heard.
Oh, that's
so.
cool. I don't think I've had that one.
So don't send your crappy peanut butter cookies. Send Glengoyne.
Spoiler. I mean, or a little insider tip.
Hold on. Let me make a note.
Stop your holiday baking.
I'm about to go and change up my standing stone cake that I would send.
Oh, throw that shit out.
That
Look,
looks
that's
like
overdone,
decaying
Julie. Come on. That's
My bad.
overdone. Come up with something new.
my bad. I was gonna do the swan nipple cake.
Do you get to stick your nipples in that one too?
That's what I was.
You use it to cast.
No,
That's what
no.
I'm
Like
using
thousands,
Goop to cast them.
What?
So
thousands of fans are going to go to Wegmans and have the actual photo JPEG like spray painted on the cover of cookies and cupcakes and bunt cakes and
All you have to do,
scones, everything, and they're going to show
Oh.
that shit over there.
just get you a Barbie cake tutorial, but make two of them right next to each other. Instead of Barbie on the top,
it's your
put your areolas. Just slap a couple pieces of bologna on top. And then like a little gumdrop.
Got Miss Pinterest over here.
There you go.
bologna and a gumdrop.
I actually joined Pinterest yesterday.
What?
Also known
Welcome to-
yes, also
What?
known as a black hole. It is a black effing hole.
Yeah, it's
It
amazing.
Is yours
Get
yours
ready.
just Brooks Brothers? What is it? are you putting on it?
And
Okay.
I don't pin anything. I don't even know what that means. I just
That's how you save it.
I look at stuff.
Oh, you just
What?
look at things. Yeah,
You have to save it to your own board. You pin it.
What?
So you're like, you're going to
Is that how
redo
Pinterest
your
works?
entryway and you want to find inspiration. You can share it. So you can save it to something called entryway. And then you have your whole board of all the things. It's
just
a modern
I've just been
board.
clicking the button and the home button on my iPad to save the picture.
You've been screenshotting.
I think it's way more efficient.
No, because then if you pin it, you have the link to go purchase what you want, or the blog post that tells you how to do it.
Like, Beth, have you met me? Like, I'm going to do it on my own. I will find people to do it.
Designer
What if
and they'll
it
do
could,
it.
It could just be a purchase though, and then you have it pinned to know that you want to purchase it, and it's there, and you can just click the link, and it takes you to where you need to buy it.
This interests me.
I know this because I'm chalk painting a desk in my room this week, and I've been Annie Sloan pinning like crazy.
I can't.
Slow.
I'm not a chalk paint person. That's not my thing.
I know.
She's like, chalk paint? You guys mentioned boards and pins and chalk paint.
What is this
Mine is, like,
language?
literally going like this.
Right.
So one last Outlander tidbit of information. We have Rock Love Jewelry, which is a wonderful jewelry company, does a lot of fandom jewelry that we're very acquainted with. Does some really cool stuff. She does official Outlander jewelry. And this month, if you purchase before the 15th of December from her website, rocklove.com, Outlander jewelry, you not only get a discount, I believe it's 15% off, but you'll also get somewhere it's like almost $50 worth of free Outlander swag. It's kind of cool. There's some really cool things like note cards and stuff that like some of that stuff that you see around there that's just really cool Outlander gifty things. You can either keep it for yourself or gift it to somebody. So go over to rocklove.com to check that out. If you have not yet, you have until the 15th of the month to do so.
I will get some of that stuff and then I will wear it and I will put a picture on Pinterest
You'll pin it.
and I will pin that shit left and right.
On a
And then
board.
I'll be able to
She's
buy
going to make
it.
a board.
And then you all can link to buy it.
And then you
Then
can
you'll
make sure
know.
that you follow That's Normal on Pinterest so that you can find all of our cool stuff.
Our Pinterest name is That's Normal Pin, and we actually have a team of people who pin for us. I get alerts about it, and it's amazing because I don't know that I've logged into our account in 2 years. So congratulations to our team. They do a great job.
But Becca hasn't seen it, but she's pretty sure you do.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's great.
It's
When I get those alerts, it seems to be working.
I'm on Pinterest every
It's
day.
awesome.
You are? I only pin when I'm looking for food to make.
Well, I have a
Nice.
catering client, so I have to be on
Oh.
Pinterest every day.
I think I'm on it almost every day too. It's
Yeah,
my like
Nikki's pretty good at
11 p.m. Situation. Got a whole lot of tables pinned, guys. A lot of chairs. A lot of boring stuff.
I know I need to do some bedroom pinning. Okay, so moving on.
I think
All
you're
right, we
pretty
want to
good at
talk
that,
about
Becca.
what?
Nothing.
What did you say?
She's been bedroom what? Not pinning.
Not pining.
I said I think you're good to go in that category, Becca.
My bedroom looks good, is what you mean.
Okay.
All right, we've got to talk about some current events, like
Let's do it.
Kanye West. We hear he's out of the.
Aww.
Now, Nikki wrote this list. We hear he's out of the hospital, so we wish him well.
Okay.
Anything more to say?
I don't care.
I care. I heard that they aren't living together
Oh, he and Kim?
now. Yeah.
Oh,
I saw
I-
that on a gossip site.
I heard that too.
Like a legit
I mean,
gossip site?
Wow. I mean, are any of them legit?
No,
I
there's
don't-
always like some truth
Yeah.
to a lot of gossip sites. You know?
Well, it's not like Gossip Cop, which is just like getting clicks.
Yeah.
I thought it was interesting, but I thought it was cool. Like he's such a big profile celebrity that he would seek help and it would be a public thing.
Totally.
From what I heard is that this is from the radio station I was listening to. Also, it's the free radio station you get if you don't purchase the XM channels. It's just
Right.
their morning wake up show, whatever it's called, morning mashup, something like that. And they said that Kim Kardashian doesn't feel safe with the children around him while he's going through this. So she's moved out for the time being until he evens out. And then that's what I heard.
Okay.
But those people are crazy and they talk too fast, and I don't know. And I was trying to put lipstick on at the same time as I was, waiting for the light to change.
Multitasking.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine. They'll turn it into like season 18,000 of that show.
Yeah.
And everyone will be fine.
Yeah.
They'll make some money off of it.
It was funny because one of the DJs or whatever the radio personality said, every time they say the word according to sources, I just think in my head that it's Kris Jenner. She's the
Of
source.
course it is.
What do you think?
She's the
The source.
She's the
Oh, of
only
course
source.
she's the
She's
source.
the source. It's not sources, it's just one, and it's
Jenner,
Big
of course
Mama. It's Big Mama Chris, according to Delisted.
Pimp Mama Chris.
Pimp Mama Chris.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
Oh.
But,
Well-
Yeah, I would love to get Heidi's thoughts on this. Heidi seems to be the resident Kardashian expert on our friend group, in our That's Normal community. It is. No, I agree, Nikki. It's a good thing that he's clearly been on a downward spiral for years. Some people have said since his mom passed away, which could very well be true. That was a pretty tragic thing in his life. So I think it is great that he's getting help because he's insane. He's been insane and getting so much worse. So all the best to the Kardashians family.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know what this means. Amy Schumer in a Barbie movie? What?
Did
Did you guys not hear about this?
No, I didn't.
Playing Barbie.
Really?
Playing a bad Barbie or some bad version of Barbie, which there's a whole lot to say there, but
Yeah, I don't understand.
it's a live version of a Barbie movie, and so she's gonna be the bad girl Barbie, and everyone's been giving her hate and I don't really care for her that much, but
Yeah.
I thought it was weird that they would cast her in a PG Barbie movie.
Yeah, that is weird. It'd be one thing if it was an R-rated, dirty Barbie, a ploy, a play on
Ew.
dirty Barbie. Was that not?
Like Dirty Santa.
Porno Barbie.
Dirty Santa porno.
Or
Barbie.
Barbie in a wheelchair for Amy's Oscar push,
Right.
I could see, something like that, but that's apparently not what this is.
No.
No.
Yeah, I don't understand, I guess. I mean, I didn't really read a whole lot about it or anything, but okay. It can't be any
Anyone
worse
still
than
watching?
Reese Witherspoon being in Big Little Lies, which is ruining.
Is that the HBO show?
No, it's a new movie based on the Leanne Moriarty book that was so good.
Oh.
And it's
Yeah.
flipping Reese Witherspoon in the middle of this movie that should be fantastic because the book was fantastic. And then you see pointy chin weirdness jogging down the street, and you got to deal with the fact that she's the protagonist and you just want to murder her. There is somebody murdered in that book, but it's not going to be Reese Witherspoon.
Let it out. Martha.
That does a very unhealthy hatred for Reese Witherspoon. We've asked
It's
her to get
very
help. We've
healthy.
asked her to pull a Kanye and checked herself into
You
a.
to share a room with Kanye. I'm sure there's another bed in there.
It's perfectly healthy and founded on perfectly good principles of reasons to hate folks. And I have it, and I'm just sticking to it.
Does that explain the election results then? I mean, if you have this list of perfectly good reasons for people to hate people.
Post-truth.
I guarantee if anybody in Hollywood voted for Donald Trump,
It was Reese Witherspoon.
No, it was the mom from Home Improvement. That's absolutely. It was,
And Reese Witherspoon.
Baio.
I'll say
and Scott Baio, but is Scott Baio in? I mean, he's in Branson. Okay, he's not in Hollywood anymore.
Which burned down. Oh wait, that was the other one.
No, that was
Yes.
somewhere else.
that was
Different state.
Pigeon Forge in
Pigeon
Gatlinburg.
Yeah, and I love Pigeon
Aw.
Forge.
I do too.
Home of Dolly.
Dollywood is?
That's
Yes.
Dollywood, yes.
Yeah, my hero, my girl.
And I'll tell another story. I know I'm not allowed to have two stories, but this is bring up another story because Gatlinburg is not that far from me. We go there. Most of our church groups go there every winter, and we've gone there for family reunions and stuff like that. It's kind of a place that we know really well. And in fact, Emerson, my daughter, will beg to go to Gatlinburg instead of the beach. She likes it that much. So, but the thing is I have this one person that I know. I was about to say friend, but she's not a friend. And she's the most self-absorbed person I've ever met in my whole life. So if like something happens in our city that's kind of tragic, like a teenager has a car wreck or, you know, anything, it doesn't matter what it is. That's just one that just happened. It immediately is somebody that she knows, her kid's best friend, somebody that she went to high school with. It is always about her. The Gatlinburg fires were immediately about this girl. I mean, she got on saying, our condo is burning, please pray. I can't believe, I mean, and I thought, we were just there 24 hours ago, because it happened right after the Thanksgiving weekend. And I was like, how could she possibly be making an entire town burning down about the fact that she just stayed there? And then I realized, as she kept posting about it, that they actually like own a timeshare condo there, and her condo actually burned down, which is terrible, but also kind of like exciting because
Her condo did actually burn down.
it burned like gone.
Wait, did anyone just hear her say, but it's kind of exciting?
Kind of exciting. Her condo.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing. I'm just laughing because of how you're telling this terrible story.
Because I've spent years watching this woman make everything about her, and then she was making this about her, and my friends and I were like, and then it really was one of her condos burned down. But I kind of like, I immediately like, all I could text to my friends that were also irritated was, what about the people who work at that resort? Like that's their livelihood, and they probably lost their homes and their vehicles, and you know, they probably have family and dogs, but her condo burned down and she doesn't have a place to go for Christmas break. And like,
and it's a timeshare condo. So technically it's not hers until the month of like the first week of December, all the way to the end of, or the beginning of
the second week of December.
Probably.
I don't know the first week of December.
So she's just like, my timeshare, the thing I only pay 2 weeks on.
I don't know. She could own it outright. I don't know. But I've never felt like such kind of like sweet, like kind of vengeance. It was, yes, it was fully Schadenfreude, and I was just kind of watching it, just being so happy that it would happen. And then I thought, I'm a terrible person. And then I thought, it's not really about you anyway, so it's just like everything else that you make about you that's not about you. Anyway, very sad about the Gatlinburg fires.
I hope she has insurance.
I'm sure she does, which is the other thing. You didn't really lose anything. Like, that's
as long as you have insurance.
Will you let us know when she posts like, I'm raising money for my timeshare?
Here's my GoFundMe account.
GoFundMe account.
I guarantee you, if she knew what a GoFundMe was, she would do it. I guarantee you. She's that self-absorbed and that unself-aware, totally unself-aware.
Yeah, I know someone who did that once with a GoFundMe account. I can't say it just in case, but I'll tell you off air.
Post show.
All right, speaking of the Kardashians, apparently Kourtney and Scott are back together. Sorry, Nikki. Did you cut out there?
No, I was just going to give Dolly Parton kudos because she's giving money to every Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg, whatever
victim
resident to help take care of them. And she's a really good philanthropist beyond that.
She is. She's
the best.
Amazing.
She's amazing.
You know that every
she
kid
puts on a real good show.
Every kid in Tennessee, from the time they're born, every month from the time they're born until they're 5 years old, when they go to kindergarten, they get a book for free from Dolly.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah, every month.
I learned that. I learned that at her
That's
concert.
awesome.
How cool.
Month.
She's amazing. Amazing lady. She's one of my favorites.
Anyone can sign up for that book thing, she said.
Yeah.
You just have to like go to their website and sign up, and anyone in the US can get a book.
I thought it was just for us in Tennessee.
Wow, you may be auto-enrolled. The rest of us
Auto-enroll.
Auto-enroll.
No, you have to sign up. But the first book is The Little Engine That Could.
Oh, that's awesome.
And so both my kids have all these
real
books
cute.
every month for 5 years. It's a good thing.
Now, is it true that she has full sleeve tattoos? That's the gossip. That she's like covered in tattoos.
Never
and that's
shows
why
her
she
arms.
always wears
No.
long.
I've heard that too.
I've
heard that.
I would put the fact that she's allegedly gay above sleeve tattoos in the rumor list of Dolly.
That she's like,
She's
I thought
married.
she was just a lesbian. Well, I think that's...
Beth. She's married.
she is? Actually married?
Yeah,
She's been married for like 40 years, 50 years.
50 years, yeah.
Isn't it to her like manager or something like that?
No.
No, it's a guy she's known
some
like
dude.
for a long
Yeah.
time.
No, but Nick, I've heard
Obviously.
that too. I've heard like people have like, if you look on the internet, people have like deciphered about her
Pictures.
sleeves and everything. Yeah, they said that she's fully on like full sleeve
tats.
tattoos.
Wow.
I cannot believe that. I'm sorry. That's
I love that.
She got them to cover like some scars and then just got into it. I don't know how true it all is, but
I believe
it's
that.
a pretty cool story.
I just got a new tattoo, and
Nice.
I love it, and I loved the act of getting it. So like I can see 100% like how tattoos become so addictive to where you need more, want to express yourself more. I fully understand it, Dolly. So I'm there with you.
What about, okay, as someone who doesn't have tattoos, like I do not have tattoos. I cannot because I'm deathly afraid of needles. What about pain? Is it like, what's it feel like? I've always wondered about that.
It feels like a pronounced sting, but I mean it
Burning.
stings.
I would call it
burns. Yeah, burns and stings for a minute, but then they wipe and it's soothing. I mean, it's only hurts like while it's on and then it's gone. So they're constantly wiping. So I mean, it's a pronounced sting.
Yeah.
It's not like, it doesn't feel like a shot.
Have you
at
heard
all.
laser hair removal? Anybody?
Yes.
Why is nobody
I've
saying
had it.
No, I have, yeah. Like,
I've had laser hair removal.
asking for a
I
friend.
mean, it's a different. Asking for a friend. Is any just checking if anyone's had it? Yeah, I think it's pretty similar, but like a different. It's longer and like in these.
Yeah.
okay.
Laser hair removal is like a boom, and a tattoo's like eh.
Oh.
I heard
eh.
it's like they're like scratching the needle almost.
I know.
Like,
It is like that, but it's also just kind of it's just like a sting. The part that hurts the worst, and that I didn't have it with this tattoo because it's all line work, and the one on my back's got color fill in.
Oh.
And the color fill's what hurts the worst because they kind of like it feels like they're kind of digging for a long time. That hurts worse.
Okay.
But it's really not painful. Like I didn't flinch, I didn't tear up, I didn't, I don't think it's painful. I think it's nice.
So you're
Okay.
a pleasure pain. There's a
Right.
thin line.
That's a dumb.
It's just, it's soothing. It's kind of just a chill moment. Like I think it's cool. It just feels cool. Like it feels okay.
Love too. Yeah.
How do you feel
Yes, when you're
about
getting
lips?
something you love, yeah.
What are your hard stops?
Swan nipple piercings.
We're not going to get into that. I've already told enough secrets tonight.
All right. Speaking of secrets, Julie, do you have any stories for us?
Oh, well, if you look at it's nothing too big, but if you are a Bath and Body Works fan, you probably were more than likely this Saturday throwing little old ladies to the ground so you could get fresh balsam for $8.50 because it was their yearly, once a year. Because I know this because Heidi and I were texting about this, and I was like, get to your local Bath and Body Works now. It was crazy. I'm not joking, you guys. I went in. Becca saw the picture of what I looked like. I literally gave zero shits of what I looked like. And I was like, I'm going to go buy candles because that's how I feel. So I was like, no one's going to be at the mall at 9:00. I'm not kidding you. They literally had, the rope that they would have if you line up for Black Friday. They had it ready. I walked in. I'm not kidding you. It was like a bunch of white women going crazy. And if you ever have read the internet list, stuff white people like, candles is on there, along with the movie Juno, Where the Wild Things Are in Portland. So
That's like hipsters.
it's a hipster and taking a year off for no reason, but just taking a year off. So candles, I'm not kidding you. I walked through and I was like, all these women are smelling like candles. And I mean, I'm kidding you not. They were buying like bags. The big thing too is you can only buy, I read the rules, 15 candles. The fact that they have to come up with a rule that says you can only buy 15 candles, that is like, it blows my mind. But I understand because I started, you go in line and I was grabbing one for my mom and I was grabbing one for my sister-in-law. But then you're like, I do need mahogany teak wood. I need my house to smell like that. Or like I did buy a candle called Fireside. Not that I can't put my own fireside or my fireplace on and have that smell too, but I need a candle. But it was crazy. Like women were like putting bags to the side, kid you not, putting bags to the side, hiding them so that they could go back in line to buy more candles. It was crazy. Like white people, we be crazy. Like that is just insane.
Now, I want to see the woman who can carry 15 candles out of that place because those things are heavy.
They are. Well, you know, they give you like egg cartons now, like these big giant cartons. They do. I should go get it. I have one.
Now, I have been in some funny Black Friday or day after Christmas things in glassware stores. Did anyone drop any candles?
Yes. Yes, they did. All of a sudden you hear, oh my God, the Lumicella just fell. Like,
The Lumicella.
You just hear that. Or
you should have used it as like a distraction.
I should have, and just grab
like
more.
Drop it and like run for the front of the line.
Exactly. Distraction, you know. And the fact that you know, if you walk into a Bath and Body Works, they have every scent like burning, so you're just like, oh my God. So you know you're getting like, you're probably getting sick off of this. Like someday I'm gonna have to go to a doctor and explain why my nose hairs are like completely singed off or something like that. But whatever. My house,
the warm vanilla sugar.
That's
doctor,
right.
The
you know
warm
what?
Vanilla sugar.
Beth may have an actual tree in her house, but I got fresh balls and blowing back here. That's right. Merry Christmas.
Like you just said fresh balls.
Fresh balls.
You got some balls blowing.
Well, when you got
there.
some fresh balls in your mouth. And no, not that. That's a Jimmy Fallon song, by the way.
That's a very different smell. That is a very, very
Yes.
different
A little
smell.
musty.
Although still kind of musky and
Musky.
Ironically,
Smell
some
something
can smell like
canon.
some smell like pine. No, they're not supposed
He's done CrossFit yet.
yeah.
to.
Depends on if he's using Dove for men or not.
or Axe body spray.
Ew.
True.
So anyway, so it was crazy.
Or-
Did you?
Or Rodan and Fields for men, which is a thing, and we should definitely discuss it.
Hey, I'm missing the LuLaRoe midnight reveal party right now, guys. Just so you know.
My goodness.
I'll
Sorry.
find it on Pinterest, Nick, and I'll screenshot it and I'll send it to you.
You can tell me where to buy it too.
Oh my
Well, the
God.
link won't work, but because it's just a picture. But yeah,
No.
Can we discuss a little bit of our Rodan and Fields friends?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you guys have been bombarded, and literally, I mean literally bombarded with holiday social media posts from your friends who are now selling Rodan and Fields or LuLaRoe, which doesn't bother me as bad for some reason, or other things. There are some of those that I find perfectly normal. Like if you sell Scentsy, okay, that's chill. Like Scentsy people are just like, hey man, I'm making an order. Let me know if you want some melting wax that smells like maple sugar. And you're like, okay. Rodan and Fields ladies are not chill. They have no chill. They also have
Neither do Plexus.
Right. They also have no online graphic chill.
No.
None.
They're all just stealing each other's shit and then changing the size, and so it's like pixelated and you're missing half the text, and you can tell that like somebody else made it in a different country because it says favor with an OU instead of just the OR.
I think I may start a Tumblr of MLM social media images because I have seen so many leaky gut Plexus images that
What's that?
I cannot.
I don't even
Well,
I don't
it's a
know
thing
anyone
that
with Plexus.
Plexus is, from what I can gather, called the pink drink. It's some sort of vitamin, some sort of trademark sort of vitamins and minerals that they put into a mix and some pills, and you take it all and your gut doesn't leak and you don't have candida or whatever that is, and you lose weight or something. That's all I know.
Do you sell this? You sound like a peddler. 25%.
I do. I only know all of this stuff because I have at least 5 friends
Oh, that's so
in my
annoying.
Facebook feed.
No.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, gross.
Yeah, at least. It's probably the number 1 after LuLaRoe for my.
Oh, mine is Rodan and Fields for sure.
No,
Yeah,
I think I
mine
only
too.
have
Yeah.
one.
Rodan
of
and Fields
those.
is mine.
Yeah, and I don't know what it is about Rodan and Fields. I think it's because I know people who are like high up in it, so it drives me so insane. Because at that point, we talked about this the other day as our friend group, like they're not talking about the product. Like these people do not talk about product. When you see them talking about product, you know they're not going to make any money. Like that's just the reality.
Or they're low down.
They're low down. They actually have to talk about the product because they have nothing else. The other people just talk about their team and getting on board and their small business and changing their life and the work from home life and like staying
Lexus.
kids.
Get yourself
Yeah.
a Lexus.
Yeah, exactly. Get themselves their Lexus, what they qualifier and all this shit. And you're like, what the F do you sell? Like, you're not
Right.
talking about your product. This is what makes this a pyramid scheme. This is what makes this like a not. Anyway, that's why we're getting
Hashtag boss babe.
Yeah. And I think who summed it up really well, if you haven't seen it on YouTube, you need to go watch it, is the John Oliver last week tonight or something clip that the whole thing he did about MLMs. And it was an amazing clip. We talked about it in our chats and just say, I mean, he called him out. He flat out said, this is a pyramid scheme. He called out, the one he really called out was Herbalife. But Rodan and Fields, I mean, I've told you guys, I've been asked like, oh, I've never used RNF. I've never used any of their products. I've heard about them. I've been contacted. But then when you're told, oh, well, if you want to get this for a discount, you can become a consultant. When you've never tried a product before, it blows my mind. That's like me going, you know what? I think I'm going to go coach a football team. Never played. Don't know what it.
You get free tickets.
I get free tickets, and I can get it for my family too. But I have no idea. Like, I still don't know what you mean by 1 in 4. What the hell is that? I don't get that. But I could be a coach. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
it's like if I just suddenly became the head of the urban housing and development cabinet.
oh, wait a minute.
Just kidding.
That is it, right? Like I work really well with a medical spa, some estheticians, like a dermatologist and all this stuff. And like, you're having housewives tell you what you need for your skin.
Yeah.
Like diagnosing what your skin needs and telling you what it is. And it's only 3 like products. Oh, you have acne. This one's for you. Oh, you have, you have wrinkles. This one's for you. And oh, your skin's fine. Take this one.
Right. Like, no doubt. I've been struggling with acne my entire life. I've been on every single prescription thing out there. Like, I'm not willing to risk that some like crap made by the Proactive ladies who stained every single bit of towel and sheet I have in my home with their products.
Right.
Not trusting
you
them.
bitches.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I just don't
my
need a
towels
housewife diagnosing my skin type and like what I need. I want someone who has a medical professional who does it all day long, every day, telling me, oh, you need, let's try this and let's do this. And, it's just crazy to me that, and then the other thing is, and this is what I tell everybody that's like, should I try this? If you do anything every single night and every single morning to your skin for 90 days, your skin is going to look better. You're going to see results.
Yeah.
You could put coconut oil on your face for 30 days and your skin's going to look better unless, it clogs your pores and you get acne really bad. But like, it doesn't matter what you do. If you cleanse and moisturize and use some sort of retinol, it doesn't matter what brand you use. Go to CVS and get whatever you want. Your skin's going to look better. It's just a matter of the fact that you did it every day. That's the only reason it worked.
Totally.
That doesn't say that some things aren't better. Some things are better.
Right.
But I just don't I don't subscribe to the housewives selling me stuff and my friends trying to sell it to me. And the worst part is people like tricking you on social media because it's their Facebook page and like putting a picture of their kids up and like being like real like sloppy, like sappy about it. And then it's really just a pitch for what they're selling. That is disgusting. It makes me sick to my stomach. I hate it. And people are like, if you have if you're already on social media, you can do it. All you have to have is a willingness to do it. And I'm like, the thing is, you have to have a willingness to lose friendships because people are not going to be okay with what you're doing online.
I think you're obnoxious.
And I hate to be like serious about it, but that's how I feel.
Or
Totally.
this like trick where they're adding people to a group,
Yes.
and so you get insta added against your will into someone's like
LuLaRoe group. Yeah.
small business. I'm in 3 LuLaRoe groups. How do I get out of this? I don't know. Do I just get out and be mean? I don't know.
Just start commenting, unsubscribe, unsubscribe. Stop.
That's
I didn't
exactly
put
what you have to
myself
do,
in
though.
here.
Hard flounce. Hard flounce.
Yeah,
Hard flounce.
it's
I'm
sad.
leaving if I don't get a % off coupon right now.
Exactly.
I have 2 cousins that are selling LuLaRoe, and I love both of them. And both of them were like, if you want to follow this group, come to it. Like, if you don't,
There you
it's totally
go.
fine. And that was great. I was like, yes, y'all are the best. But like anybody that like hard puts you into a group that they're selling stuff in, that is hateful.
I think there's something else about people doing it from their personal page that pisses me off as someone who works in social media.
Yes.
If you're going to call yourself a small business, get yourself a page
Yep.
and work like every other business. Get your 8 to 10% coverage of anything that you post like a normal business. No,
Right.
I don't want to
Yeah.
see it in my feed
And I
all
think
the time.
that's one of the things I was thinking about is like, if Nikki and I have a business, right? Beth, you have your own business. You do stuff for yourself. Karen, you have a bar. Nikki and I, when we have some big thing that happens in our lives and our careers, we'll talk about it. I don't know. Maybe that happens like once a quarter, if that. We talk about the stuff we are doing with our clients. We talk about it on our business page, sure, if we remember. Same thing, like Beth, I don't know the last time I saw you share anything about what you're doing. Karen, obviously, yeah, if there's some cool thing going on at the bar, you're going to put it on your personal page. Beyond that, sorry, Julie, you can't be on this conversation. You don't have your own business.
Actually, whoa, I have a teaching website. I have a teacher page for my students. So,
All right.
booyah.
So
Screw
Nikki
you.
and I,
We've never seen it. So there you go. That's
literally,
go.
if Nikki and I every single day were like, oh my gosh, look at this tweet that our client did today. Oh my gosh, look at we could talk about
Right.
stuff that we do. We're working every single day. What if we actually peddled that to our, hey, do you guys know anybody who needs social media services and online PR? Like that's the equivalent of what is happening.
Yeah.
right.
Plus, you guys aren't asking, hey, you want to be a sales consultant for us? You want to be a sales consultant? Here's the deal. If you are on Rhoda and Fields and you want to ask me to be a sales consultant, no. If it's a CEO position, yes, I will do it. If you say, I can give you the CEO position, then yes, I will say yes to it. Until then, stop asking me to be a sales associate or stop. I don't want to be consultant.
Yeah.
Crap, I get a zit. I still don't know why I get zits at my age. So why would I be like, sure, use this product? I don't know.
Well, our Twitter feed is blowing up with people and their personal Rodan and Fields, Jamberry nails, tails. So look at hashtag talking normal.
Good.
This is a funny one. Michelle Blurdy MJ said, I never heard of Rodan and Fields before I started in the Outlander fandom.
Yes.
Oh.
There you go.
Crossover.
Which is the Outlander fandom selling Rodan and Fields, because that is a very good market for it. And I would just have to say that if you're doing that, kudos to you. You are really capitalizing on what the Outlander fandom needs in the world.
You're gonna get that Lexus. You're gonna
Yeah,
get
you
the next level J. You're gonna get to qualifier level.
It sounds like Scientology. Like, are you going to get clear eventually? Like,
Oh, can we talk
Here's
about
the thing. I think there are Scientology ties to Herbalife. I've heard
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Herbalife
Oh,
is here in
yeah.
LA.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
I'm totally
there's
convinced
another
about
weirdo
that.
thing.
No, and Anna, you're my friend, but I still don't know.
Chuchula?
Yes,
Chuchula. Yeah, whatever.
there we go. She
Chuchula.
said that. Do we know that do you know it's in Australia now? Yes.
Yeah.
That's why Australia's gonna fucking hate us.
Yep.
They're gonna
Sorry,
hate us.
Australia.
Sorry, Australia. Remember how you were our allies? Thanks
Yep.
a lot, Rodan and Fields. You burned that bridge.
Hey, they gave us Crocodile Dundee. This is just freaking payback, okay?
But they also
That's
gave us
a
Hugh
movie that came out
Jackman, and I
before you
wanna
all were
keep him.
born, I know. But
Before. I think
They gave us Hugh Jackman and the Hemsworth brothers, so I'd like
true.
to keep our relations with them.
yeah, even the one that's an accountant is pretty cute.
Oh, he's hot.
The accountant. I have one
All right,
more
Karen,
thing.
do you have a story for us? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Nick.
Wait. can I say one more tweet?
Yes.
Laura Sue VT said the worst is they convince their consultants that their friends will buy if they like them. Then they don't, and it's sad.
Oh.
Aw.
Wah, wah.
Wah, wah.
That's good.
So there's that. Good
All
thing
right.
to wrap up on.
Yeah, we need to wrap in a second. But Karen, do you have any stories to share with us tonight? No, she's muted and she has no stories.
No, I'm so ridiculously funny and witty on a sort of spontaneous basis.
At like 6 p.m.
Right, during the early bird special. I can't just do it on cue, okay? This gift is spontaneous. This gift is
prepared.
I can't be your servant, okay?
Oh, okay. Okay. Well,
You're
I was
not our
gonna,
dancing monkey, okay?
I was going to update you on what's happening in the hipster world because there's a new thing that's happening in the city of Philadelphia that you need to know about in my particular hipster neighborhood, and that is called Urban Axes, and it is axe throwing. You go to a warehouse where there are 2 aisles set up, and then you learn how to properly hold an axe, and you bring it behind your head, and you swing it over your head at a target, and you are throwing axes with your friends. And these organizations are BYOBs, and they are quite fun. And I got to experience it for the first time last week, and I had a really great time. And I highly recommend that if your local hipster neighborhood, has started an urban axe throwing center yet, you check it out and enjoy it.
Hashtag
That is
evolution.
not the name.
Hashtag evolution.
It's called
Alcohol,
Urban
axes, city people.
Yeah.
Someone's losing a toe at best and another major organ at worst. And you know what? They deserve it. Maybe half of that mustache will actually get clipped off as the axe goes by their head. And it'll be perfect. Fuckers.
Are you drunk when you're throwing axes?
No, I mean, you sign like off on a thing that says you won't get really drunk. I mean, I'll be honest, I was tipsy by the end, but it was fun. It was really fun. When you compete, I was super terrible. I lost out of our group, but
I just want to say that I'm married to like a lumberjack. Like,
yeah, he does
that. He does that just for like that's his life.
Right. Well, I paid $20 to do it.
Yeah. Like
you paid $20 to bring your own booze.
We just go out in the field and do it.
Okay, guess what, Becca? That's the hipster version of Rodan and Fields. You just got taken for $20 by people who told you it was cool, okay?
But it's like when a hot guy is throwing an axe and those back muscles, and it's like
I can see that.
you're just like
Someone was paying attention to my Snapchats.
I was. I may have hit replay a couple of times.
Now, in the axe throwing center, is there a gate? Can people walk in front of the axes? Is this like a bar when people are throwing darts and they're drunk and you can get hit with a dart? Not that that's happened to me, but just
no, it's like
something I thought about.
Or it's like the driving range at putt-putt?
It's 2 stalls next to each other. So you do it in groups of 2, and you're not allowed, your group is behind like crappy wooden bowling. Yeah, not a gate, but like you could potentially, there is room for error, but you'd have to be pretty inebriated, and like you could throw the axe, you could like drop it behind you, wouldn't be good, but it's only 1.5 pounds. They're tiny little guys.
So it's like bowling.
It's like
or,
this,
bowling. Or a gun range.
I just think of putt-putt and like a big giant windmill. Like circling,
yeah,
and
throw
somebody
the
in a
axe into the
go-kart
hole
near you, like, and batting cages, and there's Becca with an axe throwing it.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. There's an axe.
Now, you keep us updated on when it gets closed. Someone inevitably gets axed.
The place was packed. It gets axed. They're gonna axe it.
Do they only sell tacos and PBR too?
No, it's a BYOB. They don't have any alcohol.
I wonder if they were influenced by the Divergent series and they really liked that scene with Foreign Tryst. They're like, we could do that for real.
I think it's like in other cities. I just promise you it's going to be in your city soon. And you're going to remember this conversation and making fun of me when you go to your first Axe birthday party.
100%, it's not coming to Memphis because we just do that in our backyards.
Oh, it's coming to California.
Yeah, I bet it's there
Calling it
already.
right now.
It's in
It's
LA.
to Northern
Guaranteed.
California. We're going to be like,
Now-
let's go do some axe throwing after we go to our tap rooms, our like local tap rooms that everywhere else in the country has had for like decades. And we're like, microbrews.
See, Karen, that's what you need to put in the backyard, axe throwing.
And a,
You know what? That's a fantastic idea.
Up your insurance liability.
yeah,
Right. Well,
make them sign stuff off.
fire department is right around the corner, so when people lose limbs, we should be fine.
Or they drop an axe and it goes right through their ass crack.
That would hurt.
Ow! Ouch!
Ow.
I think
hurt
of those
real bad.
Was this started by some Amish kids who came to the big city to enjoy a Rumspringa?
The
and it just took
Rumspringa.
off?
Right? I'm familiar with that term.
I am.
I don't think so. I think it was started by anti-establishment.
People.
By a
It was-
douche.
It's by the
Amish or anti?
not the Pennsylvania Dutch, the Pennsylvania douche.
Exactly. Exactly. And they only drive minis or like Leafs that are now, they don't make anymore. Actually, I'm sorry, Nick. I like your mini. Your mini is awesome. Your mini rules.
Their cars
Whatever.
run on corn oil or
Right.
corn syrup or whatever it is.
Exactly.
I've never told Karen this, but I drive a 2008 Saturn View.
I know you do, and that is a sign of how much I love you that I'm willing to overlook that.
The thing is, I don't give
Aw.
a shit, man. That shit
I
is
know.
paid for.
I
don't
love
even
it.
care.
Oh,
I wish I could think like that too, Beth, but I'm too vain.
yeah.
We have to talk about this book.
Oh my God, we didn't even get to that. I missed the book section. All right, we've got like one last thing. We're going to talk about this like for 5 seconds and then we have to go. We didn't talk about half the shit we wanted to tonight, but thank you guys for hanging in. We've had the consistent number of people watching all this entire time.
Y'all are the best.
All right, so Beth, please
Don't
lead us in the
spoil
discussion
it.
of books. Don't
I will
spoil
not.
anything because I don't know that everyone's read it yet in our
No.
team.
I'm not going to spoil something except, okay, The Chemist is Stephenie Meyer's new book. It's an adult thriller. It was our Boozy Book Club pick for November, and I cannot believe I'm even talking about it remotely coherently because I've had 4 glasses of wine and nothing but some Cheez-It grooves to eat with it. But
Cheese grew.
But here's the deal, Stephenie Meyer. I love you. Edward is my like A #1 bae. This book took me 120 pages to give a shit. 120 pages. Okay, that is a lot of pages. It's just a lot of detail about thriller-esque stuff. We're in this heroine's head for a long time, and she's a chemist. She's like a scientist. There's all these details going on about like evading detection and stuff like that. They're really like, I feel like I could give this book to my dad because he reads like Tom Clancy and Brad Thor and shit like that. And I feel like he would be okay with this. It was too much for me. Also, there's a sort of love interest coming in who has a twin. And that's kind of a spoiler, but it happens pretty early on, so it's not that big of a deal. But I was just going to say that I must have been reading too much smut lately because I keep expecting the 3 of them to have sex. And then I realized that Stephenie Meyer doesn't even say when they have like bad words. She just stops and goes, and he said more colorful language. And so of course they're not going to have a twin menage. But I keep expecting it and it's not going to happen. No one's done anything physical at all. And I'm on page 203. And normally smut novels are only like 215 pages. And you've had a finger bang and a blow job and a good bout of intercourse before then. And so I keep expecting it and it's not going to happen. And that is making me detest The Chemist. However, I'm sure it's lovely and I'm sure I'm going to really like it. And I do kind of like the guy that's in it. He's really sweet.
Is his name Daniel?
His name is Daniel, and his twin brother's name is Kevin, which is a terrible name. My uncle's name is Kevin, and he's the worst. And I am really enjoying it. I hope that if you read it for Boozy Book Club that you liked it, but you should tell us on Goodreads what you thought about it and what you think about Stephenie Meyer writing an adult thriller and what you think about thrillers in general, because that's not usually the genre that we go for, obviously.
Yeah. Well, she dedicate it to Jason Bourne.
She did.
Matt Damon. Hey, baby.
Which is odd. Does she read a lot of thrillers? Is the question.
That must be what inspired her to do it. But I just like to think of the fact that you, like, in your head, you're thinking she's about to have a menage with these two twins, but she stops and goes, and they did colorful things.
Yeah, I'm not kidding.
Well, the whole story behind The Chemist is that it just came out of her love for Born Legacy?
Jeremy Renner.
Yeah, Jeremy Renner. Born Legacy, right? That movie?
One of those, yeah.
Yeah, so it was years ago. She wrote this years ago. And yeah, during that time, she kind of wrote like fan fiction for Megan, her business partner, and her, who else does she thank in there? Jody? No.
Asia.
Yeah.
Megan.
Oh, I don't have the book.
I do. It's
her editor.
Asia?
Aja, yeah. Yeah, her editor and Megan. So it was like literally written as like just kind of based on that. And then this story came out of that, which is pretty cool.
But that is kind of cool. But like, I really feel like I could give this to my dad. But I feel like that's the only person I know who would appreciate it so far. And like, that's such a weird thing to say for a Stephenie Meyer novel. And I could give it to my pastor dad who reads like lots of Jason Bourne thrillers. That's such a weird thing to say, but that's who I think would enjoy it. And I really want someone I want her to do it with the twins, and that's not gonna happen.
Oh my God. Does this mean E.L. James is going to like take this book and write like a dirty like twist to, you will get the menage.
Yeah, you're gonna.
It'll just be with E.L. James.
Version.
Fuck E.L. James, I'll write it, and it's gonna be hot, and I'll give that to my dad too. No, I won't. I won't. I'm sorry, Dad.
I want to know the unedited fanfic version.
Right.
Is it colorful language?
It's they laid down together.
There's nothing in it so far. He's put his hand on the small of her back, which was really super sweet. But that's it. And I don't know.
It's like a Hallmark Christmas movie thriller, though.
It's funny because you can tell it's Stephenie Meyer. She's the only person who does the thing where she doesn't say like the actual thing that someone's wearing. Like they're not wearing Ugg boots. They're wearing like fleece-lined suede boots. They're not wearing like Gucci loafers. They're wearing, you know what I mean? Like she's very
non-brand,
generic.
I don't like when people name those in books. It's so annoying.
But she's the only person that really does that.
It's like reading a Karen Marie Moaning. Like I don't need to know that they're wearing Juicy. It dates the book.
That's true.
That's true.
But it's funny, just like it just feels like Twilight in that way.
Mm.
But there's not even a leg hitch?
Not yet.
Not yet. I was going to say, does it feel like it's like, I don't know, because I feel like, and this is what happens with authors when they are so popular with their first novel, everyone compares it to their other novels. When you were reading it, were you like, this is like, did you have Bella in your head when you were reading the character?
No, but there's like this moment in the beginning of the book where she goes to the library and there's like a teenage girl sitting there like reading a book like with all these, and I was like, oh, she put Bella in the book. Like I was just imagining the fact that she just randomly put her other characters in it in other places. Like I was like, this book would be so much better with Edward. Not that it's bad, it's not, but like it's just funny to me that I think that J.K. Rowling did this great thing when she did Cuckoo's Calling, where she didn't anticipate what people were going to think about what her new writing was going to be like by putting it under a pseudonym, and it did mediocre. And then as soon as everyone found out who it was, like soared, and everybody had something to say about it. And Stephenie just put this out there under her name and said, I don't care if people whether or not they know it's me or not. I'm just going to put this out and because I love it, and I think that's great. And it's not in any way a bad book. It's really great. I just expecting sex because that's what I get. That's what I normally read, and I don't read thrillers, and so there's a lot of like wordy like maneuvering around government agencies and stuff that I don't care for. But like I think it's it's going to a good place. In the middle of it, I was really into it. I was sad that I had to put it down the other day because I was busy and I wanted to read more. So it's finally at that spot. So it's good.
Cool. Well, always follow along. We talk about books all the time. When we tweet about them, it's hashtag TN Book Club. We have a book club on Goodreads. You can Google for that or go to Goodreads and search the That's Normal Boozy Book
You
Club.
can Google it.
You can Google it, something our very favorite vampire has once said.
He did say that.
Thank you
I
guys
love
so
him.
much for joining us. We didn't even get to talk about Rogue One, which I was really looking forward to. And and other movies of the season. So maybe we'll have to do this again soon because we missed out on a lot. We appreciate you hanging with us, tweeting with us, and we are wishing you the most happiest holidays. All of them. We wish all of the happy holidays to you. All of them. You know, Christmas, Hanukkah, all the other ones. Yeah, that's it. Bye,
Happy
everybody.
holidays, everybody.
Happy holidays. Thanks for joining us. Bye.